Hello and welcome to another stream. My name is Ray and it is Learning Korean with Ray, day 161. Thanks for tuning in. Sadly, I have no being online status in my streaming software, so if anyone is here, would be nice if you tell me that the stream is actually online. I mean, if not, I can just check the website, I guess. But yeah. Yeah, let me actually do that very quickly because I'm live. Okay, so we did complete lesson 15 and we also did the exercises for lesson 15. So the only thing that is left are the two practice videos, the sentence practice and the listening practice. So that's what we'll do today. And before we do that, as always, we go into the vocabulary review. Let's go. And oh wow, we have a lot of stuff to review because yesterday there was no Korean learning stream, so I had to skip one day. Yeah, so we have quite a lot of words now, so let's do it. Yeah, let's go. Okay, to enter, to go into. Was it tilde or was it to? No, it was tilde, yeah. Yeah, it was just tilde.
틀다,
Tilde, yeah. Easy. Okay, to give back, we have 돌려주다.
돌려주다,
Yeah. To lift, to carry, to hold. Also 들다. Oh,
들다,
tilde. To sneeze. 재채기.
재채기,
Or that was actually not to sneeze, it was the sneeze, basically. Hobby. Shuimi? I think shuimi. Chuimi. Chuimi.
취미,
Line. Jule.
줄,
Oh, now I finally see my online status in my software here. So we have 2 viewers. Thanks for tuning in. Family. 가족. 족.
가족,
가족. Beer. 매주. 맥주, right?
맥주,
Them should be 그들 probably.
그들.
So being him, I think, and 들 being plural, so them. Yeah. To go back. 돌아가다.
돌아가다,
To be common. 흔하다.
흔하다,
흔하다. Life. 삶. To look back. 돌아보다.
돌아보다,
Some few. Article placed before a counter. Some few. Somehow I have in my head something like myon, but to be honest, I'm not sure. So let's see. No, 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 no. Oh,
몇,
okay, I said myon. That was pretty close, I have to say. That's good enough for me. This one should be Shinchong.
신청,
To be glad, Kiwe. No, Kibuda. Maybe with a double B.
기쁘다,
Kibuda. Kaf. Kamgi. Oh, Kamgi is called Kichim.
기침,
To be young. Olida.
어리다,
Orida. Okay. To depart. Chulbalhada.
출발하다,
Chicken. Duck.
닭,
Duck. Neck is mok. Mok.
목,
To take an object. To take an object. Ah, that's a compound word from to own. No, wait, it's not. To take. Oh yeah, wait, it's to own and to go, right? Ka. 가져가다.
가져가다,
To be loud. Shigum. No, she. Something like this. No. Wait. Okay. Shigeropta. Shigeropta.
시끄럽다,
Sentence. Wow. Don't really remember this one, sadly. No. Gotta check. Jang. Mun. Tal. Oh, I actually don't know. I will just.
문장,
Munjang. Okay. Munjang.
문장,
Yeah. Munjang. Okay. Sound. Sori.
소리,
To be caught. Colida.
걸리다,
Dungari.
동아리,
Picture painting. Karim.
그림,
To fall. No. Mojida. No Mojida. Nom. Ojida.
넘어지다,
Okay. Jam.
잠,
Dukkam.
독감,
독감. Sentence. 문장.
문장,
To turn, to run a machine, to hand out. Which one was it? 돌다.
돌리다,
돌리다. Okay. Math. 수학.
수학,
Meaning. We, me. We, me. We, me.
의미,
To be turning. That one is 돌다.
돌다,
That time. 그대.
그때,
그때. Voice. 목소리.
목소리,
기저다. 기저 오다. Not key.
가져오다,
가져오다. A cold. 감기. Oh my god.
감기,
설사.
설사,
Something with hack. Yeah, but I don't know the rest. 학걸음, no. 오학, 학거. you. Yeah, that's it. 유학.
유학,
To read, only used when talking about reading books. So to read anything else is ikta. But reading books, something like tosohada. Something like that, but I don't know anymore. So let's check out what we have here. It's probably not this one, but this one.
독서하다,
Oh, that's already it. Okay. Hat. Something with ja, I think, but I think I've forgotten. Mocha.
모자,
Oh, mocha. Okay, wow. To drink. Moshida. Mashida.
마시다,
Floor. 층.
층,
Actor. 배우.
배우,
마음.
마음,
To admit. Man, I had this word so often before, and I just can't remember it. Oh, actually, now that I think about that, I remember the mem. I think it's Ipjang. 하다.
입장하다.
Okay, perfect. Fairly. Ki Kiwe Kiwe, something like that. Kiwe, I don't know. What was it? Kiwe. Pretty sure it was Kiwe. Kiwe. How to say way? Probably like this. I don't know. Oh, Gue. Gue. Here. Gue. And it's not key, it is
꽤,
nothing. Just Gue. Okay. To come back. 돌아오다.
돌아오다.
Okay, wow. Yeah, was fine, I think. Okay, 3 more. Skills. 실력.
실력,
Past. 거관. 거구어. One. Something like that. Or wait, it's the other way around, right?
과거,
과거, right. Cousin. Okay, samchon. Samchon is uncle. Sachon is cousin. Sachon.
사촌,
Okay. Yeah, was pretty nice. And with that, I think we are ready to go into the video. Here we go for the websites. We go to lessons 9 to 16 and then we go to lesson 15. And we go to the very bottom. So we had a 2-week break from this lesson, and the last day we did this was also the being sick in Korea, so all the important grammar related things are actually 3 days away. So I'm not sure about this, but we'll do it. So I will clear the text here. Okay. Why is it not? Okay. Okay. China White, hi. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So, am I going to play Ghost League today? If you want to have the real answer, it's no, because I already played my games. But the important info is, the info you want is, are my games being streamed today? and that is yes. So today in the evening, my BSL Gosu League games will be streamed on the channel of Ref. You will probably find it on Team Liquid anyways. Let me check very quickly. They don't have an event set up. Well, 1 second, I will link it for you. Okay, I got it. So here on this Twitch channel you can see the games at 7 p.m. So that is in half an hour. I will also be in the chat, and also very important, I will also release at the same time that the stream is ending, so right after the stream and in the last 5 minutes of the stream, I will release the video on my YouTube channel that has all my games from my perspective, how I played them. I recorded myself, and I also go over them in a little analysis. So that YouTube video will be released on my YouTube channel at the end of the stream on this channel later on. Okay, but that's enough StarCraft for this Korean lesson. So now we go into the YouTube video again, which is here.
All right, let's practice some sentences.
Okay, so yeah, we practice sentences.
I'm
Let's
going to
go.
prompt you with 5 English sentences based on the grammar from Unit 1, Lesson 15. And it's going to be your job to try to translate those sentences into Korean. The first sentence I would like you to try is, I miss Canada. I'll give you 10 seconds and you can start now.
I miss Canada. No, they had it in the lesson, but I can't remember the miss. The miss... it was not like one word that just means missing. Wait, no, never mind. I think there is. What was it? I can't remember. I mean, there's definitely more to it than just remembering the vocabulary to miss. Because if you know that, and the sentence is just subject, verb, objects without any special things. So in Korean it would be a subject, object, verb. That would be too easy. That would not be here in this practice. So there's definitely more to it, but the first step is still remembering the translation to miss. And sadly, I cannot remember it right now. To miss. Can't remember it, sadly. I have to look it up, otherwise this makes no sense. So let me try to find it here. To miss. Oh yeah, right, Karipta. Okay, back. We don't want to read the rest here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There. So, I miss Canada. Karipta is to miss. Okay. Yeah, of course, I learned it so long ago. So I will just write down the easy translation. 저는 Canada. Not exactly sure if Canada is written like that, but 캐나다를 그립다 conjugate to it's irregular, so 그리워요. Okay, so 저는 캐나다를 그리워요. Can you combine that? 그리워요. No, you cannot. No, it's fine. So, I don't know. I mean, this feels like a valid translation, but I mean, it's not appearing in this grammar lesson for no reason, right? There must be something to it that I can't remember right now. Was there something about it always being in the past tense? No, that's I'm coming from Canada. You always say I have come from Canada in Korean, or I came from Canada. I think that's the one that is always being past tense. Yeah, I don't know. I just have to accept that it's wrong. So let's see the solution.
Or to miss can be one of two different things. The most common way that foreigners would say what miss is they would say, well, okay, well, miss, it's going to be 보고 싶다. And that's something that you may or may not have learned up until lesson 50. And I talk about it in a little bit later lesson.
Yeah, I don't know this word, but he mentioned you might not have heard about it yet. Okay.
But what this is, this 보고 싶다, 보다 is to see. And if you add 보고 싶다 to some sort of verb stem like this, what this is basically saying, and this is 보고 싶다 is want to do whatever the action is. And again, 보다 is to see. And if you say 보고 싶다, what you're saying is that you want to see somebody or want to see some sort of person. So you could say, for example, I miss my friend. And in that case, you'd say, 저는 친구를 보고 싶다. And
okay, so we have like new grammar concepts introduced during the practice video for the last grammar session. Okay. So we just learned to say how to say I want to do something. 보고 싶다 at the end of the stem. Okay, interesting. But what's the correct solution here? Hi Kaya, thanks for tuning in.
In that sense, you're saying, I want to see my friend. And that's usually what translates to, I miss my friend. Again, you could say, I want to see my friend, but another way that we often translate that into English is to say, I miss my friend. Now, the thing is, you can't 보고 싶다 Canada. You can't really want to see Canada. You sort of can, but it wouldn't mean miss in this case. You could say, oh, I want to see Canada for the first time, but you wouldn't necessarily say this in terms of miss. So if you want to say that you miss some sort of thing like Canada, something that really can't really be seen in terms of a person like this, you need to use a different word. And the word for this miss in this case it's actually an adjective, and it's 그립다. Okay, so I'm going to conjugate this in the informal high respect tense because this 저 here for I is a formal way to say I. So I'm going to conjugate this in the informal high respect form. If I do this, and you should know your irregular.
Hi Dukezan, always coming in with all caps.
From Unit 1, Lesson 7. I'm going to have to add this or this, and in this case, it's going to be this one. Followed by yo. Now, if this gets added here, okay, well, I have an irregular. I need to eliminate this, and I'll eliminate the stem as well. But what's going to happen is, once I add that, the ending is going to look like this. 그리워요. Now, all I have is I.
This is all basic stuff from lesson 7 or so far.
And this word for miss. Now, I need to indicate that I miss Canada. Well, I have to put Canada here. And the way you spell Canada, it's Canada. Now, as I mentioned, 그립다 or 그리워.
Okay, so I kinda botched the first syllable of Ken. I thought it's Ken Nada, but it's K Nada. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, but now he's probably explaining what is still missing from the sentence. So something that I couldn't remember that is important here. I just have an idea before he explains it now. Was it something about the object particle? That this is, he mentioned this is an adjective, right? Yeah, it's not really an action that you do. It's more like a state. So that's why it's an adjective, and adjectives can never act on objects, and so that's why we are not using the re as object particle. We are using ga probably. I think that's the special thing about this, and that's why it was appearing in the grammar lesson 15.
Well, that's actually an adjective. So you can't put the object particle here because adjectives don't act on objects. So instead, what you need to do, and the most common way to do this, is to put e or ka. And because this ends in a vowel, you want to put ka here. Now, this sentence would read, 저는 캐나다가 그리워요. The next sentence I would like you to try is, I returned the money to my friend. I'll give you 10 seconds, and you can start now.
Okay. So next one. 저는. Okay, I returned the money to my friend. Okay, the money to my friend. Okay, money is 돈. 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 돈을 to my friend. 저의. I can't type today. Holy. 저의 친구. To my friend. To. What is it to? 친구에게. Is it 에게? Is it 에게? Or is it... No, I don't know. I will use 에게. If it's not correct, then I can't remember the correct one. 친구에게. Okay, so we have I, the money to my friend. Now we have to put return, the verb, in the end. So return is this, I think it should be this compound verb from to own, and in this case to go, not to come, but to go. So it should be 가져가다. Now we conjugate that. 가져가다, 가져가요. Returned. Oh, it's past. So 갔어요. 갔어요. Is that correct? 가져갔어요. No, it's simply gassoyo. Gassoyo. Okay. 저는 돈을 저의 친구에게 가져갔어요. 갔어요. Could be. Have I done any mistakes? So tonil should be correct. Do we have the same? Can we use the object particle? Yes, I think so. 저의 친구에게 is 에게. I'm not sure. I'm saying that. And then we have basically to bring. 가져가다. 가져갔어요. I brought the money to my friend. Maybe there's another word for return, but I can't remember it now. Let's see. Okay, so Kaya has a solution here. Let's see. 저는 친구한테 or 에게. Okay, nice. Wasn't sure about 에게. Yeah, I think 한테 and 에게. There was a difference between that. I'm not sure anymore about Hante. That was the third option, right? There was the first and the second option. That was like written and conversation. But Hante was like the third option, and I don't know when it's used. Okay, but then the last verb, what do you have? 도려주다? Wait, what? 도려줬어요. 돌려줬어요. Ah, to give back. Yes, to give back. Of course. Now I remember. Now I remember the verb to give back. That makes more sense here. So I basically wrote, I brought the money to my friend, but I give the money, or I gave the money back to my friend would make way more sense. So yes, 돌려줬어요. Yeah, I am pretty sure your solution is completely correct, Kaya. I like it more than mine, for sure. Your verb is correct.
I want to indicate that you return the money to your friend. So it doesn't really matter the order that you put the money or to my friend. You could put them in either order. I'll do to my friend in this case. So I'm going to put 친구 here, which translates to friend. Now, if I want to indicate that I returned it, or in other words, I gave it back to him. If you're ever giving something to somebody, in this case, return means I could say the sentence in English as I gave my friend back the money. And if you ever want to give something to somebody, you need to put the.
Oh yeah, there was an extra particle for the to my friend in the case when you're giving something. But maybe that was exactly ege. I'm not quite sure anymore.
Particle ege on the person who's receiving whatever you're giving. So I'm going to put ege. You could put hante or something like that, but ege is usually the one that I use and usually the one that I say, actually. So that's that part here. This chungo ege is to my friend. Now I need to indicate that I gave him the money. And as hopefully you're aware, there's no real way to say the. If you put kudon, if you put this, that doesn't really translate to the. It sort of translates to that money. It's very similar, but it's almost impossible to translate this the in English or in Korean. And honestly, the best way to do it is to just simply not translate it. If I just put 돈, if I just put money, it's sort of assumed that you're talking about the money. Now, that's the thing that I am returning. That's the thing that I'm giving back. Or in other words, that's the thing that the verb is acting on. Therefore, I need to put the object particle on the money. And all I need to do now is translate this word here, returned. And as you learned in lesson 15, there's a bunch of verbs that are sort of two verbs put together. The verb for to return is sort of a combination of 돌리다. So we have 돌리다, and that's sort of, it's kind of hard to translate this in this sort of sense, but it's sort of to spin or to turn around. And it's that plus 주다. And if you're ever sort of combining verbs in this case, you have to combine them by putting either this or this in between it. Anyways, if these two things get merged with that, what you're left with is not, it's actually a word in itself. So sometimes if you put that a or a in between, it actually creates sort of two separate words. But 돌려주다, which is the sort of the result of combining those two verbs, 돌리다 and 주다, you're actually left with an actual verb that you can find in the dictionary, which means that it's actually a verb in and within itself. So that's actually the base form of the verb, but I want to conjugate it, obviously. So let's do this. It's in the past tense, so I'll do it in the informal high respect form. So 돌려주다 is the verb to return, but it's returned, and I'll do it with this informal high respect. So I'm going to put 돌려줬어요. This sentence would read,
Just a
저는
PS.
친구에게 돈을 돌려줬어요. The next sentence I would like you to try is...
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't make the connection from to return to give back. I just didn't remember that verb. Yeah, pretty sad, but that's how it is. Yeah, let me write it in here anyways. 돌려, oh, that's not correct. 줬어요. Okay. Yeah, and the order to my friend, the money is, doesn't matter. And Joe Way to indicate my friend doesn't really matter as well. It's definitely not wrong to put it in, but it can be omitted. Okay, so let's go for number 3 here.
Is?
And yes, I did cover the chat. Okay, we have the next one here. The handsome student came into the classroom. Okay, so I'm covering the chat, and here we go. So the handsome student is our subject here. Handsome, 잘생기다. 잘생기다. So it's 잘생긴. Student. Oh my god, what am I writing today? 학교. No, 학교 school. 학생. Okay, 잘생긴 학생. Subject particle. 는? No, in, only in. Okay, 잘생긴 학생인. So the handsome student into the classroom came. Okay, into the classroom. Classroom is 수업. Or is it 교실? I think they want 교실 here. Yeah, 수업 is only class, I think. They want 교실. 교실. Yeah, now I'm not sure. Is it 교실에? 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 Into. I feel like there's another one for into something. But I will leave it like this. And then we have the verb that has the into something built in as well. And I think that is is it tilde? What is it? To enter, to go into. I think it's tilde. I think it's tilde. Okay, I guess we use terauda here. Why tera? No. Tero. Terauda. Could be. I mean, I could probably just use oda and make it easy for me, but I think the thing that he wants to explain here is I think teroda. So we have this, then we conjugate it wasoyo. Came into the classroom. Okay, yeah, so the verb I'm not 100% sure, and the other thing that I'm not sure about is the for classroom, the particle of the classroom. But I will leave it like this. And now I'm looking at the chat. We don't know the perspective, but went into would be tragada for me. Came into. Well, from the sentence, I would say the perspective is somebody is already sitting in the classroom and someone else is coming in. Yeah, I mean he's using came, right? Came, and I don't think you can have any perspective that you say came when you're not in the classroom. Well, yes, okay, you can. If you're outside of the classroom, you can say he came in the room where the other person is, for example. But that's a lot of context that we need to imply to make it right. I think I think he wants to say that somebody is already like a girl, for example, is already sitting in the classroom, and then the new handsome student comes in and she is, oh, I think that's the situation here. So that's why I think Oda is my choice here. Okay. But that implies that I have it correct. If it's really Oda and not Gada or Kada, then my compound verb is correct, right? Tero wasoyo. Yeah, I think it's correct then. Or do you have any other guess? Otherwise, I would hear the solution now. We both should be okay. Ah, wait. Oh, I didn't even see a sentence. I just read it from we don't know the perspective. Sorry, I missed that. Chalsengin, Hakseng. Oh, Haksengi. Okay, okay. Is there any specific reason why you have that subject particle? Then you have Kyoshile. Okay, you have the same A. That's good. And then you have the same that I have. Okay. So yeah, the subject particle is the only difference. So is there any specific reason you chose that one? Or is it just like feeling? And you can't describe the feeling. Both your particle and mine should be okay. I just learned that it's used like this often. But yeah, but okay. Yeah, I see that it's definitely often used as a subject particle, 100%. But do you know in which cases, in which situations, in which sentences? So do you have any information why you're using this exactly in this specific sentence, but not in the one before, for example? What is different from this sentence to the ones before? Okay, but I think we can check the solution. I will put it here, I guess. When the noun is performing an action, in this case he's coming. In the second sentence, the noun is also performing the action, right? I mean, isn't it most of the time performing the action? I mean, okay, the first sentence, it's not really an action that is performed. Yeah, okay. We'll see. Maybe he talks about it.
The handsome student came into the classroom. I'll give you 10 seconds and you can start now. Handsome student. That before anything. The sentence is okay. The subject of the sentence is going to be the handsome student. So right away we need to sort of put that before anything. As I mentioned before, there's no real way to translate the, so we'll just sort of assume it's not there. Again, if you put que at the beginning, it would translate to that handsome student, but it's not really that handsome student, it's the handsome student. So I'll just write down handsome student. It's a student, so which means I'm going to put 학생 here. And it's not just a student, it's a handsome student. If you ever want to describe this upcoming noun, just like handsome is describing student, you have to put the adjective before here, followed, and you have to attach something to it, and I'll just do that here. The adjective for to be handsome is 잘생기다, and you're going to have to put this letter that looks like this down on the stem of 잘생기다. So I'll do that here. 잘생긴. And again, this letter here is going to be this being added to 잘생기다. Right now what I have is handsome student. That's the subject of the sentence, so I'll add this to it here. Now, all I need to indicate is that he came into the classroom.
He's just not talking about it. I can't believe it, that he's just not mentioning it at all. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, man.
The classroom is the place in which the student is coming into. Therefore, I'm going to put classroom, which is 교실. 교 actually refers to some sort of school, and 실 sort of refers to some sort of room. And if you put those two together, you get some sort of room that's used in school, which is a classroom. Again, that's the place in which the student is coming into. So I'm going to put a here. Now I just need to indicate that he came into. And again, just like I saw up here, I'm sort of merging these two words. I can merge these two words. There's 들다, which sort of translates to sort of entering. But, well, is he going into or is he coming into? Well, if I combine it with the verb 오다, which means to come, and this means to enter. Well, in this case, it's coming and entering at the same time. So in that case, it's sort of coming into or entering while sort of coming. And that's in the perspective in this case. If I'm speaking this sentence, I would be in the classroom and I would say this particular sentence. If I was outside of the classroom and the student entered the classroom, I might not use 오다, I might use 가다, because in that particular case, the student is going into the classroom from my perspective. But you can't just add these two things here. You need to add this, as we saw up here. We need to add either this or this to it. So it's going to be, this one is going to be added to 들다, and you're going to end up with not these two separate words, but you're going to end up with so this sort of combination word that's a word in and within itself, and you can actually find it in the dictionary, which is this, and that is what combines them together, and then 오다, and that's 들어오다, and that, as I mentioned before, that translates to come into. Now, this is just the dictionary form of the verb, but you want to conjugate that into the past tense. I want to do it into the informal high respect form. So I'll take off 다, and it's going to be this added to make it in the past tense, and this added to make it the informal high respect. This sentence would read, 잘생긴 학생이 교실에 들어왔어요. The next sentence I would like you to try is, I bought a car similar to...
Okay. Yeah, actually, that should be it for today. Okay, there's one last sentence here. It would have to be my friend is or my friend verb to use I or ga. I wish I could explain better. Maybe he will explain it in next lesson. Yeah. It would have to be my friend is or my friend verb to use I or ga. Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, I will learn it at some point. If I'm getting too curious before that, I will just research it myself. Yeah, but I will stop the stream now. So we'll do the next 2 sentences. There will be 2 more sentences in this video. We'll do it next time, and then, because we only have 2 sentences next time from this video, we have plenty of time to do the other video as well, the listening practice. So that is coming tomorrow. So the 2 lessons, or the 2 sentences of this video, and then the whole listening practice video. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and bye bye. Annyeong.